Today we're going to be editing more portraits using my Cinematic Lightroom Moody preset, which you can find using the first link in the description below. In case you're not around here, this is a series where for the next week, I'm editing one portrait a day using my Lightroom preset. And this is day 3 of this, portrait editing series. Welcome back if you're new here. My name is Samuel from Human Photographs, and I create photography content on this channel. If that is something that you're interested, that you are into, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any new videos. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We're really close. I know we can do it. So if you subscribe to my channel, that's 1 subscriber closer to my goal. All right, let's get to editing. So this is the portrait that I'm gonna be editing today. Now, if you wanna follow along, I will leave this portrait for you in the description below so you can follow along with me. You will still need to have the Moody preset, to apply to the photo, but you can get that using the first link in the description below. All right, so I have this portrait here of this lovely lady that I photographed during one of my street photography walks, my street photography sessions. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is kind of like look at the photo. I am a bit overexposed. Now, as I said, I usually tend to shoot a little bit overexposed. I might start changing that because that might work better for the preset. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually reframe the photo a bit. I like to have the eyes be on this line right here. So I'm just gonna crop it like this, boom. And this is great. All right, now let's apply the Moody preset, boom. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So as you can see, our photo is a lot more moody, right? The edit is already done and it did most of the work for us. Now, my white balance is not right because on the day of the shoot, I actually had it set on auto instead of being set on daylight. So that's actually an error of my part, but this is easy to fix by setting the white balance here on daylight. And by doing that, it sets, the colors to be right. The skin tones aren't blue and are actually true to life. Now, as you can see, it is a bit underexposed, but we can bring back the details in the face, in the eyes, the teeth, and the shadows. All of that we'll be able to do in this video. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually raise the shadows a bit. And by doing that, it already brings up a lot of details. Now, when you get the preset, the shadows will be at 0. But this is because I wanted to give you guys the option to raise or lower the shadows as you wish, because all photos are different. We all use different settings. So I want you to have, the option of raise the shadows or lower the shadows as you please. So once you use the preset, it'll be at 0. But what you can do is just raise it or lower it to your liking. I'm just gonna raise it, as I said, because it's gonna bring back some details in, the darker places, in the shadows, in the face, in the clothes, in the hair, and all that stuff. Then I think I'm gonna bring down the highlights just a bit. Also bring down the whites. Very good. Okay, so now the photo is ready to go into the masks. And again, the way I do this is darkening the background, brightening up the face, the eyes, whitening the teeth, and darkening everything around the face. So quickly, let me show you how to do this. All right, so as I said, first things first, I'm going to select the background. Once the background is selected, I'm going to decrease the exposure like this. I'm also gonna desaturate it just like that. Actually, I'm gonna crop out this part right here. I don't really like this dark part there, so I'm gonna crop that out. Then I'm gonna create a mask around the face with a radial gradient, just like that. And then I'm going to raise the exposure a bit. I'm just gonna raise the whites, raise the shadows a little bit more. Perfect. Then I'm gonna duplicate and invert that mask and do the exact opposite. So basically lower the exposure, darken everything, and I might even also lower the blacks. Perfect. Now I think I'm gonna go back to the white balance and warm up the image a little bit more. I think instead of 5500, I might have it at 5800. Yeah, I'm gonna have it at 6000. I think this looks a little bit better to me. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the eyes, the teeth, and the face. I'm gonna select people, okay? And I'm gonna create a mask on the eyes. I'm gonna create a mask on the teeth and on the skin. Okay, so I'm gonna select facial skin, butter skin, iris clara, iris and pupil, and I'm also going to select the teeth. Now, so then I'm gonna create select mask. So right now, all of these different facial features, the teeth, the eyes, and the skin are all gonna be on the same mask, on the same group. So if I edit the group, it's gonna edit everything at the same time, but I wanna have them separated. So I'm gonna drag the teeth to be in its own group, and then I'm gonna drag the iris, pupil, and the eye sclera to be in its own group as well. So right now I'm gonna select the skin, and let me zoom in here a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lower the texture, and that is going to smoothen the skin a bit. So you can see what this is doing. Perfect. So if I do before and after, you can see the change that it's bringing to the face. Then I'm going to select the teeth. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the saturation. Perfect. Then I'm gonna bring up the whites just a bit. Now, don't overdo the teeth, right? Because if it's too bright and too white, it looks unnatural. So what you can do is you can use this amount slider here to basically control the intensity of the effect. I don't think I overdid it, so I'm just gonna leave mine at 100. So that's that for the teeth. Now for the eyes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise up the whites, I'm gonna raise up the shadows, raise up the whites even more. Then I'm gonna go down to the texture. I'm gonna raise the texture to sharpen the eyes. Perfect. I might even bring up the exposure just a little bit. Perfect. Then I'm gonna use the amount slider to control the intensity. I don't want it to be too intense, something like this. Perfect. So as you can see, the eyes are popping a lot more. So if you do a before and after, before the masks and after the masks, you can really see how it transforms the image. So now let's do a global before and after, as we usually do, to look at what we've done to the image. Boom. So there you have it. This is before and this is after. Now, as you can see, the Moody preset did most of the work for us. All we really had to do, well, all I had to do was to change the white balance, right? Because I had it set wrong on the actual day. And, you know, just do some minor adjustments like the shadows, the highlights, the whites. And then what we really actually did is transform the image with masks. So we darkened the background, we elevated the eyes, whitened the teeth, smoothened out the skin, all of those little details, right? That help to elevate the photo even more. But if you have your settings set right on the day of the shoot, for example, your exposure is right, your white balance is set right, this process will go even quicker for you. So there you have it. This was another day of portrait editing using my Cinematic Lightroom preset. So if you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to answer you as quick as I can. If you like my videos and you want to support my channel, make sure to grab my Cinematic Lightroom preset. It'll be the very first link in the description below. I worked really hard on this preset. I really think you're gonna like it. And if you do end up using it and posting it on Instagram, make sure to tag me so that I can see what you guys create with this preset. Again, this raw photo will be in the description so you guys can follow along with me. If you're ready to take your photos to the next level and really elevate them in your edit, then make sure to grab the Lightroom preset, first link in the description below. So I've been showing you how to use this Moody preset on portraits, but if you want to see it used on non-portrait photos like landscape or buildings or just city photos, then you can watch this video here where I do just that. You can also click here to subscribe to my channel or do both. I would greatly appreciate it. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Guys, we are really close. Let's get it. Let's get it done. But that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative, keep creating. God bless you. And I'll see you in the next one.